It's the WGW Network.
Episode 2, Wise Guys in Fantasy Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Wize. Welcome. You can win your fantasy league with a shot in 5 minutes or less from me. I'm your host, Mike Wize, and this episode 2, we're going to be talking about the top 5 running backs to draft in 2021. Let's go.
When I see him run that ball.
Number 5, just going off 2020 stats, Nick Chubb for the Cleveland Browns. Let's talk a little bit about his stats from last season. He was RB11. Obviously, he shares work with Kareem Hunt, so that's going to take away a little bit. But they run the ball so damn much in Cleveland, he's going to have an opportunity. He had 12 touchdowns. He was 4th in that. He had 1,065 yards. He's going to run the ball at least 30 times every game, bro. So draft him. He's more, in my belief, a third round, fifth in the rankings, third round in actual drafts. So yeah, pick him up, man. He's going to run. He has to stay healthy, but he'll be good.
When I see him run that ball.
Number 4. All right, sorry, yo. Number 4, Zeke Elliott. He had a horrible 2020 season after Dak Prescott went down, but what we found out, Dak Prescott will be with the Cowboys next season and the next 4 seasons. So Zeke should be back and running. Last year he was RB9, which isn't great for him. He was also RB2 and RB3 the 2 years prior. He had 8 rushing touchdowns, which also isn't that great. And he had 979 rushing yards. We expect more from Zeke. He's always been a number 1 to number 2 RB in PPR leagues. He gets catches at least 3 to 4 a game, and he runs that ball. And I expect more of it with Dak being back behind center, and the defenses have to, wonder what's going on. Shout out to Zeke.
When I see him run that ball.
Dalvin Cook, number 3 for the Minnesota Vikings. He was RB2 in fantasy last season. He had 17 touchdowns. That's a lot of fucking touchdowns for a running back. He had 1,557 in rush yards. That was 1,557 rush yards. He had a juke rate of 29.8. That means 29% of the time he was touching the ball, you was falling on the floor because he was juking you. In the Minnesota offense, they run the ball at least 30 times a game. So please know that he's going to run a lot. And what was the quarterback name? Whatever his name is, Kirk Cousins, isn't that great, but he always likes to dump down to his running back. So you can expect that. Draft him in round 1, man.
When I see him run that ball.
Number 2 for me, Derrick Henry, the king. You already know all his stats. He was RB3 in fantasy this year. He had 17 rushing touchdowns. He had 2,027 rush yards. That doesn't happen in football often. He did it 2 years straight. That's all I got to say. The only thing I can say is in PPR, he isn't going to catch a lot of passes. But you don't need to catch a lot of passes when you're running for 2,000 yards in a season. Just draft him. Be happy. First round. That's it. Nothing else to say about the king.
When I see him run that ball.
And number 1, Alvin Kamara from the New Orleans Saints. I don't know. I was thinking about it a little bit. I mean, I was going to make Derrick Henry the number 1 overall, but just Kamara being able to catch the ball out of the backfield and run the ball, you can't take it away from it. It just depends on who his quarterback going to be next season. Is it going to be Drew Brees? Is he retiring? It's going to be Jameis Winston? Is it going to be the little tight end white boy? Who knows? But anyway, he was number 1 in fantasy points this season in the NFL. He had 21 total touchdowns. He led the league in touchdowns. That was catches and runs. And he had 937 rush yards. It was a little low for him, but he made that up when he catching 6-7 balls a game. So Alvin Kamara is going to be the number 1 guy to get, and I don't expect him to go no later than at least number 3 in the first round. If you got that, Number 3 spot. Get him, man. Get him. Get him early, and then just put him in and let him play. Pause. I also have top 5s from Tay and AC. So let's go down the list. Tay's number 5 is Christian McCaffrey.
No, senor!
Alvin Kamara.
No, senor!
Saquon Barkley.
No, senor!
Dalvin Cook.
No, senor!
And Aaron Jones.
No, senor!
Good list, but I like to troll my guys, so I gotta, play the sound anyway. And then we also have AC's top 5. Let's see if it's any different. We have, for him, Alvin Kamara.
No, senor!
Derrick Henry.
No, senor!
Nick Chubb.
No, senor!
Christian McCaffrey.
No, senor!
And Dalvin Cook.
No, senor!
So basically, we almost have the same people on our list, other than Saquon Barkley for Tay. Saquon, if he's healthy, he should be good. And Christian McCaffrey that they both had. I had him in number 6 because he's been injured a lot. But, I mean, that's it for the top 5 running backs for 2021. Draft them. Let's have fun. And we'll see you when we do our receivers next week. And I'm out.
It's the WGW Network.